So, um, this is a vlog or something, I guess, if you will. A lot of shit has happened to me in the last month and a half. Um, it's got me down. It's got me thinking. But it also has me sitting there taking a back seat to a lot of things that I think we need to fix. And we are at a crossroads when it comes to the people of this world, of whether or not we're going to actually go forward together or whether we're going to go up and nowhere forward by standing on each other and not willingly lifting each other up, using people as literal stepping stones. Now, what I mean by that is we're in an era now to where we cut each other down. There have been more mass shootings in the last 10 years than there have been in the last 100. Why? Because we can. People can. They do it for some kind of fame or they do it for some kind of recognition, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But they do it. Why? What the fuck else are they going to do? We're at the point now to where we consistently sit there and just cut each other down to try and become better. You can't do both. Either you're going to cut someone down and be a prick, or you're going to build someone up and be better. It's not, they're not one and the same. They can't be one and the same. And quite frankly, I'm sick and fucking tired of it. We sit there and stomp on one another because we can. Look at Jurassic Park, okay? They had the technology and what they can do, but it's not whether or not what you can do, it's whether what you should do. Whether you should have done it. But we don't care about that. There's no consequences anymore. There's no consequences because no one has to stand up for anything because they have other people that back them up when they go through all this shit. I got people that sit there and fight with me, so fuck it, let's just rip everybody down. Then where are you going to be? You're going to be in a group of people that believe in cutting each other down. How long before you're the next target? How long? If you have yourself surrounded by wolves, you'll eventually become a wolf. You'll have the wolf mentality. But wolves are hunted too. Just because you're in a pack doesn't make you invincible. Nobody is. But why are we like this now? What the fuck happened to this world that we are now like this? What happened? Why? Why do we have people online just cutting each other down and telling each other they should kill themselves? Because they can. They can say it. I didn't think they'd do it. Then why the fuck did you instigate it? I turned the key on the car. I don't know why it turned on. I thought it opened the trunk. You can't feign ignorance when that's what you were doing. You're feigning ignorance because you got caught. Because people called you out on your bullshit. Which is why, for the last few months of my life, I've been calling people out on their bullshit. Hold the door open for somebody, they don't say thank you, I instantly say you're welcome. With some venom on my tongue. Because I don't have to do that shit. I don't have to. But I do it to try and sit there and prove that there is still some humanity in the world. That it's manners. It's taking care of one another. I don't have to, but I choose to. You don't have to cut each other down, but you fucking choose to. And it's pissing me off. At what point does it stop? What is going to be the cataclysm that eventually happens that has us stop? Why can we not sit there and progress as people? Why does it have to be progress as person? People sit there and help you get through every little fucking section in your life. Every one of them. Your best friend has your back when you have a bad day, or a bad breakup, or a death in the family. or even a grand occasion like getting married or welcoming a new child into the world. Your best friend has your back then. You share that with someone because you want someone to share this moment, to share the joy that you have. Yet we can't share the burden of the bad times. Bad times you got to stay on your own. Unless it's really bad. Then, we're here. But what about a bad day? Why not just call someone? Say, hey, had a bad day, just wanted to chat and remember some good points and just have that slide by. And a bad day could just be stress. It doesn't have to be that someone mugged you or someone robbed your home or someone, spit on your shoes and then took a shit on the top of your head and gave you a skunk swipe down the back. Doesn't matter. But we lean on people when we need them. So why do we shit on people? Why do we sit there and think that in some regards we're better than others? Why not help them out? Why not raise the floor so that the bottom of it isn't that far of a drop from the top? But we don't. We don't. We don't help raise anybody up. We don't help pull up the dregs so that there is less of a gap from the top and the bottom. Because the top doesn't seem as important. Because then the top seems within reach. So what do? Push the bottom down. Make the top more of an impossibility or a dream than close to a reality. Why? Not a lot of room at the top. And if everyone's at the top, there is no top. But isn't that where it would be better? Yeah, someone's going to be better than you at something. There's that old saying that I was always told, no matter how good you are at something, someone's going to be better. That's not exactly true, because someone has to be the best. You look at Kasparov and Billy Fisher. Eventually someone got to be the best at chess and taught everybody else. But at least they taught. At least there's now a point to where they passed on that knowledge rather than hold on to it and be like, nah. Because when it's better, everyone else can add their own little taste to it, their own little flavor, their own little twist, and make it theirs by just a little bit. That's better to me. That's better. Because we're helping out. We're not stomping down. We don't have to stomp down. Remember, the whole purpose is to go forward. No one ever says you need to go up unless they're talking about promotion, but that's still going forward. But once you're all the way forward, where do you go? How do you go forward anymore? You can't. Until you start pushing the bottom down. That's where it starts to become a problem. The bottom tries to go up and the top tries to keep the bottom farther down. And that's where we have these issues today. We have people who think that they're doing the world a favor by spreading salacious rumors, by taking mutual conversation and turning it as a weapon. Because they can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt me. I don't have to deal with the fallout, so why the fuck should I care? Because you're a human being, and you should be better than that. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about without me having to say too much more. But those are the people that are the problem in the world. Not the ones that got ratted out. Not all the time. I'm not saying it's an end-all be-all. But there's margin for it. There's limitations. And people that don't deserve the shit that they get, they keep getting it more. They become the bottom of the bottom. So when does it stop? I think there's got to be a point to where something tragic happens, like 9/11 type tragic, like Oklahoma City bombing type tragic, something like that level. Now I'm not saying blowing up something wise. What I'm saying is something at that catastrophic of a level has got to happen before we finally start taking a step back and going, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why can't we just collectively be better? I'm not saying to adopt a communist style, but that's not wholly a wrong way to think. If everybody pulls the same kind of weight, everybody's the same and we all go up. Sure, slowly, but everybody goes up. Everybody goes forward. And I heard a story about a friend's father who has had 4 back surgeries, drives a truck, has MS, and just refuses to stop. Is always in pain when he spends time with his grandkids, but that's him moving forward. That's him pushing forward. Saying, yeah, my life could be less painful, but my heart would be less empty. Or more empty. I would have less fulfillment in life itself. And so he says, no. My grandkids want to do shit, let's do it. My kids want to do shit, let's do it. They want me to stop doing stuff, they can stop telling me to stop. Because I'm going to. I'm going to enjoy my life and push forward. Not be held back, not be pushed back. Have to live. Have to enjoy. But we don't have to cut. We don't have to sit there and bury people in order to have those moments to where we live. That's not living. That's trying to fulfill something that you think is going to make you look better, but it's really just going to show your true inner colors. Push forward. Be better. Hold people around you to the same accountability that you hold yourself. Help out where you can, when you can. And suddenly it doesn't seem that bad and dreary outside. Kids might start riding their bikes again. Might be able to start playing down at the end of the street again. But we hold on to everything like it's so sacred. Because if we don't, then we were bad. But if you don't let someone live, how are you good?